to JW Radio.
Well, JW's Radio. Hey,
Sure.
everybody. I hope you got your coffee. This time around, I brought somebody with me, and he's popped up in a radio show or two.
Now and then.
Yeah, and also you were involved in the remember when we shot the green tip ammo? When there was a lot of hoopla about the green tip ammo and all
Armor
that.
piercing.
Yeah, so we went out and shot some galvanized pipe.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Any excuse to shoot guns, really.
Right. We actually there was quite a few weird comments on that video. There was so many people. Oh, technically that doesn't do. You gotta love the trolls. I just delete their comments, by the way. Let them waste all their energy, because you know why? Most of that stuff really doesn't serve the gun community any good when they leave negative comments on pro-gun stuff that we're trying to provide a nice view and look at the gun world and the shooting sports in a positive way. So it really doesn't look good when somebody's going off in a tangent and filling up comments full of profanity. It just doesn't look good for us. So try to keep a positive image for the gun community and support the Second Amendment in a positive way without all this negative propaganda. But
well said.
Yeah. But welcome back to the JW's Radio. The reason why we're not going to do any shout outs this time around is because this is actually pre-recorded. I wanted to do that because of your time schedule and work and all that. So in order to make it happen, I don't know, it's okay. We're still being able to do JW's Radio here for you guys at Saturday morning. So I do thank everybody that tunes in, because we do have quite a few people that watch the JW's Radio, and they always want to tune in and check out what's going on, the views of the channel. So this time around, I figured we'd do a subject on reloading. Talk about some reloading, as we both have kind of the same setup.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we have both of us have the Lee hand press loader, which is a handheld loader, which is one of my favorite ones, because it's really nothing required. You don't need to mount it to a table, nothing. You can take it with you.
Sit on the couch or take it with you.
Yeah, and it's not much bigger than a large office stapler.
No, dude, the thing's this big.
Yeah. And then on the other note, as far as progressive loader, we both have the Dillon 650 XL. And the Dillon 650, I guess, is a love-hate relationship.
Oh, yeah. I love it because it works so good.
Yeah, when you have it working and set up to what you want it,
it's amazing. Wow, so fast. But then... you better just love that caliber. You better just love that round. Because to change it, it's very, very complicated. It's its own science.
Yeah, it's... I always wondered, why did they design it this way? Because there's too much stuff you have to do. Yeah. Especially now, if you're changing... I will give it this. If you're changing, so if you got it set up where you're loading up, say, for instance, 9mm, and you want to change it to shoot or load up 40 caliber or 38 special, and it's the same size pistol primers or the same size primers, it's not that big. It's easier because you have another tool head. You remove the tool head and then all the other parts. It's fairly simple. But it's when you have to remove the priming system and everything like that.
That's when it gets complicated. Yeah,
and now there's a lot of people that say, well, you can just buy a whole nother priming unit and put that on there. And
then it gets expensive.
It does. For me, initially when I first bought the press, I spent $1,000 just to get it ready with one caliber and everything.
About the same. Yeah. Well, actually, it was a little more because I got things for 3 or 4 calibers right off the bat. Yeah,
I think I bought 9. I did. I bought a couple of different calibers to reload.
945, 223, and 308.
So I think I got 945.
Covered all my bases.
Yeah, and then I wound up getting 45 Colt, and then also what was the other one? 38 Special.
All that? Didn't buy more tool heads though.
Yeah, you didn't?
I didn't.
I have tool heads.
That's why I am extremely...
You change out, you actually undo the dies?
Do.
Oh, wow.
And that is why I absolutely have not changed my Dillon press from 45 for like over a year.
That would be a good reason to.
It's just, that's it. I don't shoot any other pistol now.
What was I remember what I did for loading up 44 Special on the thing. I actually altered the 45 Colt caliber conversion kit. I used all the shell plate holder, the shell slide, the insert piece. I used all that from the 45 Colt to load up 44 Special, and I actually managed to get it to work.
You would.
I didn't. Well, I didn't want to pay another
$35, right?
No,
$39?
It's $75 for a caliber conversion kit.
Goodness.
Yes, and it really doesn't. When you see it, you're like, it doesn't consist of a lot of.
It's not. It's a small blue case with just like a few things in it.
Yeah, it's like the shell plate holder.
It hurts.
The slide that goes into when the bullets drop in and slide into place, and then there's like a couple pieces of plastic, and I kid you not, that's it.
Yeah, actually.
I mean, I know it sounds like we're just trashing the Dillon press, but we're not.
Right.
It's really a good press.
That's its only problem.
It's its only problem. It just needs to be a little bit more simple. Prep work. Yeah, there's a lot of prep work. I remember we both know the person that I bought mine from. Did you buy yours from?
I have one set up for large pistol primers and for smalls. I just have two machines. It's that easy.
The person that sold me on it.
I got mine from him too.
Yeah, okay. So he told me, he says, well, what you do is you have two, and you just have one set up for large pistol primers and one set up for small pistol primers. If that's what you're loading the pistol, that's what I was doing. And I was thinking, so that means you spent $2,000.
Yeah, basically. Pretty much. But like I said, when it's up and running, it's amazing. Oh yeah, I can sit down the night before I'm about to go shoot, cook up like 300 rounds in seconds.
Yeah.
Just dump some powder, fill some primers.
Yep.
Shoot, and I'm going.
And that's been the luxury for me, because I was always that guy with a single stage stuff, trying to do all that before I go shooting the next day, and staying up really late and not really accomplishing.
Enjoying yourself the next day.
Yeah.
Really.
So yes, that is the biggest thing, is like, so time. Single stage is nice. It has its purpose for sure. I would not have one. But
I think single stage really shines if you're focusing on
custom rifle rounds,
custom like precision.
Yep.
Because you can actually like dedicate yourself to each stage of the process.
Yeah.
A lot more thoroughly than you would ever be able to on a progressive press.
Definitely. If it's a semi-auto stuff or it's just straight up range plinking stuff, progressive is absolutely it just shines.
Pump them out, man.
You just crank them out and just get a whole pile of the stuff, really.
But I mean, if you're looking for something that you want to take the human factor out of the round as much as possible, out of the shot, I mean, then yeah. Like I was looking towards getting a single stage press so that I could focus on that.
I actually was looking into the Lee turret press.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, come on, what else are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah, I was looking into the Lee turret press as well. It just seems
it's as simple as it comes, but simple in this case is exactly what you need.
Yeah, and it's a little bit faster than doing everything, undoing the die, putting another die, and of course they have those little the cups where you can just push the button, turn it half quarter, and then release it. It's like
they got the little quick disconnect thing.
Yeah, quick change.
Those are pretty neat.
What do they call that? Where the thread it's only strips of thread. They call that.
I don't know.
I always just call it skip thread.
Skip thread. Making up his own terminology.
I know, just making stuff up.
Don't remember
Bat Jack JW terminology there.
Term of the day. Use it while you're out.
On the other note, case lube. In the beginning, I used a lot of different stuff. One was the stuff that comes with the Lee loader, which is the Lee, it comes in a tube. It's almost like toothpaste. And you just kind of coat something and then roll the brass on it. And then the other one's the Dillon the infamous Dylan lube, which is just actually lanolin and a high percentage of alcohol. I heard people use Isoheat, or you can just go to the pharmacy and get like 91% alcohol or something, and you can actually get liquid lanolin from like the natural food store. And
I remember you did that.
Yeah, and you can make up your own batch, and it does work. It does work. But my complaint with doing that is, after you're done, you got to wipe all your stuff down.
Oh yeah,
because that stuff does have a sticky. Even the store bought, even the Dylan stuff, it has this sticky element to it, and I never liked that. Did you experience that?
Yeah, same thing. It's just gunk. It'll build up.
Yeah, and then I'm sure it's building up in the dyes.
Obviously, and eventually it's just gonna stick.
Yeah, and everything is just gonna.
Once you start running out of space, something's got to give eventually.
So, I started to do something which, I mean, I don't know. I've never had a problem with it. It's never caused me any problems, which is actually just using Ballistol. I just put a little light coating. Sometimes I'll just put it on my hands really lightly, and then grab the brass and just
run through.
Just kind of handle the brass and get it light coating on it and run it. And it's been, I've not had a single problem with doing that. Some people might go, yeah, you're using oil in the reloading process. I mean,
I'm also using gunpowder.
Yeah,
and little explosives.
Well, in a sense, I mean, you're still putting some sort of foreign residue on the casing to, load it up. But I've never had a problem with it.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't imagine. I mean,
what have you used for a case? What have you been? I mean, when was the last time you reloaded?
It's been a little while, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sitting there.
CLP or something?
Basic, that's all I did, CLP. And I'm like, perfect, it's preserving my dyes at the same time.
Yeah, right, that's what I thought.
Well, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I CLP my dyes so they don't rust, because I don't use them.
Yeah, out here it does rust.
So, yeah, everything rusts. I CLP, my entire press is CLP'd.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, just put some on the cases and I can get the inside too. Works just fine, as long as you don't light your press on fire. I don't think you'll have a problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not like caking the stuff on. Either.
Oh no, it's really light.
I'm not like just like spraying my brass with it or anything. Yeah,
to foam.
Now I can understand like that would be causing you problems.
Maybe, or maybe it'll just run even smoother.
Yeah, right.
CLP, it helps everything. Probably even bodily function. Who knows?
That was a joke running around. I was like, "Oh, do you know how to make corrosive ammo? Put a little salt in the gunpowder when you load it up."
Perfect. That's a great idea. Oh man, could you imagine? Like giving some reloads to your friends, like a friend you know who doesn't clean their guns.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
And you just salt their whole barrel.
That's a great idea.
That would be terrible.
Terrible.
A great terrible idea.
Anyway. Speaking of CLPs and stuff. You actually had a issue with frog loop.
Yes.
And it's funny is when you had mentioned it to me about frog loop, I shortly after that had the same issue, but not quite as bad.
Well,
talk about what happened with you.
It was different degrees of not following the instructions.
Right.
Now, I come from CLP, and we just put lots, and it's a good thing, because more is never a problem.
Yeah, at least sort of.
Unless you're shooting without glasses on. So that's also a problem in itself. But no, I come from CLP, so we put lots. We started using frog glue because hey, it looked neat. It's kind of cool. You can eat it.
Yeah, that was for me working with the gun shop and everything. Handling a lot of the solvents and stuff on a daily basis was actually it would just. Dry your hands out. I mean, I was literally picking layers of skin off my fingers all the time.
But so I mean, it says it right there on it, like apply lightly, just like a skim coat on there. I did not apply lightly. I duped it and gooped it and booped it everywhere.
Yeah, it states like you want to use the cleaner degrease the gun, remove all residues of anything else that you've used in the past, and then finally apply heat the gun lightly or heat the metal parts lightly with a hairdryer or something, and then apply frog lube, and then wipe off all the excess.
Right.
So granted, we didn't really do that. I mean, I kind of did.
I didn't. That's why I had the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I
put
did.
just way too much, and
mind you, I had the same issue with Seal 1, which was which was the other supposed frog lube.
Like it was like this will be the new CLP now.
Right. No, I had the same issues with frog lube.
The frog lube actually let's just say it changed form, like its composition changed. It went from minty smelling green lubricant to brown tar, to the point where a revolver I had it in would not function at all. Like you pull the hammer back, pull the trigger, and it just does it moves like this.
Wow.
And the whole gun was just gunked. You couldn't, trigger would stick. I took that gun apart and it's just tar, sticky. I boiled it and it still wouldn't come off. Like it's boiled. After it came out of boiling hot water, put it in the pan, brake clean, just spray and try and break off as much as you can. Reboil it, break it, reboil it, break it, and eventually got it all off. But it was like that and that was a long-term storage too. Not so much on the guns you use often, but the guns I had in storage were toasted. They were just tarred up. It was gunk, man. It turned into glue. And
that is exactly what happened to me.
It happened to a few people.
Yeah. And I know a friend of mine that actually ran a gun shop at the time that I was buying this stuff from. It happened to him with his AR-15, where he dropped the mag, put a new one in, and the mag just fell out. And he was like, what the heck? And he put it back in, fell out. He realized the magazine release on his AR was just completely stuck open. Stuck open. So again, I had the same issue with the Seal 1 product, and same stuff in it. I know what he's talking about, where it's hard to remove it once it's that tar substance.
It's hard.
Okay, so on the other note, by saying that yes, okay, we didn't exactly follow the instructions like they said. Okay, on this note, this is something else I want to add on that for anybody that says, well, that's why it happened. You didn't follow the instructions. Okay, the downfall of using some product like frog lube or anything is that's all you have to use. You can't use another product once you use it. That's it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, if you think about that, once you've used it, then because it stays.
Didn't I give you my frog lube?
I think so.
Yeah.
You can't use it you can't use other products on it. So if you have, say you're at the range and all you happen to have is some,
or you forgot your box of repair parts.
Yeah.
And your friend has brake free or CLP or something like that. You gotta go, when you get home, you're basically stripping your gun to pieces so you can redo it.
Yeah.
And that's something I really just don't like.
Yeah, I didn't want
with CLP, I can shoot my gun with WD-40. I can open a quart of motor oil, dump it on there.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I was using a high temperature grease from Walmart. I still
worked
use
out
it.
perfect.
Yeah, I still use it on the slides.
It's high temperature grease. It actually fits the application.
I mean, if you think about it, during the war times and during the Great World War I and World War II, I mean, they didn't really have elaborate gun greases and oils, and those guns are still around today.
Walked by a tank and took a handful.
The axle grease or something.
Water all up in there.
I've been using this product, the Ballistol, and I've been liking it. And the other thing I am not afraid of, was not afraid of just start using it and kind of going crazy with it, is it's been around for a long, long time. People have been using it, and you would think this is, it's not like a brand new product. Where
it's got a history.
It's got a history. It's got a history. It's got a reputation. It's not like something that just showed up on the market. Everybody goes,
it's minty. You can eat it.
It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then, after everything is done and all the infomercials sold you on it, you're going,
this sucks.
Yeah. What has happened here?
I don't know, but I just spent all this money on this product I don't even want.
Yeah. And that's not good.
Nope.
So
not a happy camper after that.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, you guys. That is JW's Radio. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Get on with your Saturday morning. But thank you for tuning in, and thank you for joining us together here. things have been changing. Things are going to be changing on the channel. Yeah. So this is kind of cool to have this guy back on. Just to
feels good, man.
Exactly. Thank you, and thanks for being here. And wish you could. I'll say more later. Thanks for watching, guys.